Alright, I've returned. I just went and took a quick break since we're between parts here. This is a Kotobuki Town theme, or Determination / Determination at Heart from Mega Man Battle Network 2. One of the best songs and one of the best Battle Network games. By the way, if you're wondering, all the GBA music I play on stream, it loops infinitely because I'm using mini GSFs, which are like direct sound rips from the game's files, and run through a special plugin via my favorite old school music player, Winamp. Which also means I have to stop them manually with fade out, so there you go. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, it is probably the next day, maybe even longer, I don't know. We'll have to see. And we're going to do the rest of Case 2 tonight. I know that this has already been a long stream, and it's going to keep going, because, again, did not stream this week much at all. So, we're going to do the rest of Case 2 tonight. Case 2 is probably what I would have done just all this week anyway with Visions of Mana. The only thing that's really been shafted this week is Visions of Mana. But next week, tomorrow, we'll just do a full Mana stream, and then this week coming up, we'll split Visions of Mana with Case 3 of Apollo Justice. And hopefully I won't have to do any long Saturday streams after that, and I could just stick to my usual Friday, Saturday off schedule, which coincidentally, that's actually the same schedule Vinny does his streams at. I realized, I didn't think about it much because I watch his VODs the next day now on YouTube, but that's the exact same schedule he streams on, pretty much. Also, if anyone was watching Toby Fox's Undertale anniversary stream today, let me know if anything fun happened. People are surmising that we're gonna get some sort of announcement tomorrow at the conclusion of it, but I don't know. I don't know what they could possibly be announcing since Chapter 5. He was pretty much straightforward saying Chapter 5 is likely not coming out until late next year, at the earliest. So a year from now, if not later. June 16th, 2:23 p.m. Write Anything Agency. What a train wreck that was. I'm glad we made it out of that trial alive. Really? I had fun. And Waki made it through the day too. Everyone was so obsessed with panties to bother with the real case. But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly. Yeah. The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance. Hi, folks. I'll be here all week. That's about enough of him. Hello. Ah, Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well. Oh, right. No problem. Do you think Waki will be okay? Well, he's not guilty, yet. Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month. Oh, congratulations. God, way to put the pressure on a guy. Please let me know if there's anything I could do to help. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family? I'm fine with it, and I'd love Waki with all my heart. Aw, that's so sweet. So it doesn't bother you that you'll be, married to the mob? I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, when did you and Waki first meet, anyway? Good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections. Oh, we met at my old job, actually. Office romance. She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business? Really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster? He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He only announced it recently, out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks. Wonder if this explains that apron. Can't imagine Waki going along with that. He's highly motivated, isn't he? That's not the word I would have used. He said I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. Big boss! Oh no, we really are playing Metal Gear. I don't have the alert noise on here, do I? No, I don't. I do have this, though.
Perfect.
Me? Gungaga.
Close enough. Me? Big boss. I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world. 38? Because that's how old I am. That's not the way I would put it. Pino it. His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kitaki family's been making a killing recently. Again, not the way I would have worded that. But Waki says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Ooh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going. Usually it's the father worried about tradition. Waki's operation is Wakiration, so to speak. Can I ask you a question about Waki? No. I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus. Apparently, yes. Yes, it sounded horrible. Waki's always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid. Not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it. I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit. Should be getting home now. Waki's in your hands, Mr. Justice. Right. Leave it to me. Oh, I think you're only making her more nervous. Sorry, I'm new at this, okay? It's alright. I believe in you. Blue silk hat, just like the one Trucy's wearing. My trademark color, Trucy Blue. Oh, like Ham Lindigo from Better Call Saul. I don't think you could trademark the color blue. Standing out is everything when you're on top, when you're up on stage. But you didn't know you've got your own color too, Apollo. Crimson Justice. Make me sound like I'm some second-rate superhero. This is better than being a first-rate Super Zero. Those boxes frighten me. Bet I'm the first magician to figure out these make great shelves. She does seem to be putting them to good use. But if you ever want to put it back together, you have to take everything off. Don't worry, I'll clean it up soon, and then we'll try cutting you up. Thanks, but I'll pass. It's Charlie, the houseplant. They've had it for years, apparently. That's Mr. Charlie to you. He's been here longer, after all. Right. Sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Charlie. He was raised by a tribe of heathens. She's saying something to the plant as she waters it. Mr. Charlie forgives you. This time. Is there anything else I might do to please his high leafiness? Some magic books are mixed in with the law books here. Magic books all look well used, but the law books are just gathering dust. I feel kind of sorry for them. Maybe I'll read some next time I'm around. A hot water pot sits on a magic table. Why is the stand for this... Wait, what? Why is the stand for this table so flimsy looking? Maybe it looks better that way? I was hoping for a more professional explanation. Well, maybe to show that there's no tricks involved? Not bad. Still think it's just that it looks better that way, though. A giant hoop is used to levitate people. I'm used to different kinds of magic hoops. So tell me, how does this work? Apollo, don't you know you should never ask a magician to explain a trick? I mean, you're hardly better than Mr. Stickler. Hey, I object to being placed in the same category as that panty snatcher. Enjoy the mystery. That's the best way to appreciate magic. A dish of plastic spaghetti like some restaurants put on display. Where'd you get this anyway? It was a birthday present from Daddy. I was so happy. You don't know how long I wanted one of these. Fell asleep with it, cradled it in my arms, and the spaghetti bent. Mental note, what she really wants for her next birthday. A bowl of plastic food. It's like that Spy Family meme where the person's like... Where Anya goes like, can I sleep with mine? It's like a bottle of like some Spanish spice or something. And they just edit it in her arms as she's sleeping. An old sepia-toned photograph of a man in a silk hat. His outfit looks a lot like Trucy's, come to think of it. Aren't those clothes the best? Had mine made to match. If you're going to be a magician, you gotta look the part. Trucy's big on appearances, I've found. There are all sorts of strange paraphernalia sitting on top of the piano. Seems a shame to have all these props and not do a trick or two. You asked for it. Hey, Mr. Righteous, was it? Waka waka! Justice, Mr. Hat. Apollo Justice. Wait, what do you call him? Oh, Mr. Righteous. Just is. Apollo is just is what? That's what I want to know. Oh, you're both hopeless. Please make it stop. Just let me know if you ever want to visit from Mr. Hat. Any other trick but that one, please. Hit the bricks, Apollo. Looks like the Steel Samurai's in the spot of trouble. Sure, he'll come back to win in the end. Mr. Wright likes those kinds of stories. Yeah, the comeback stories. Always his favorite. Mr. Wright's bed. My, it's messy. Trucy must clean up after him at home. Mr. Hat is not in 3D at all, is he? No. I don't think he does. Does he? He doesn't show up in the next two games, does he? A swaying, spiraling stack of DVD cases. Better stay away or I'll become a crash. It'll become a crashing, cascading cavalcade of DVD cases. A toy piano, one that might be played by a child. Correction, a pink toy piano. Guess the man likes pink. Nothing wrong with that. Bottle of Mr. Wright's favorite brand of grape juice. Me, I haven't been able to touch that stuff since the first case. Not a problem for Mr. Wright, apparently. There's some douchebag in the corner of the screen. June 16th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Looks like Waki's out for questioning. Really need to talk to him. Guess we'll come back later. Excuse me. Yes? The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir. The other... Ah, you mean the Panty Snatcher? Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him, too? Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. I really hope I don't regret this. He is a valuable witness. He's a bit precious, I'll give him that. Oh, God. I thought we were done with this dude. Please, keep this brief, if you would. I'm quite busy. Ha! It's like the briefs you stole, asshole. I need to finish this paper. Yeah, it's you! Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you. Very well, as long as they're few. Nothing would make me happier, believe me. Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole... Wait, I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood. How, exactly? Yes, that night, I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it, nothing more. You want to know the trick to my panties, right? You're here too? Oh, great Trucy, teach me. Eh? I must know the secret of your panties. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please make me your apprentice. Apollo, help! I don't know, I think you make a great, lovely assistant. Don't say that, Apollo. Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not, though it hardly differs from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there in the park that night, of this I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol, or something like that, at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen!" And the next moment, a shot was fired. And this is all true? Really? My panties are gone, my innermost heart revealed. What further reason could I possibly have to lie? Can't think of anything he'd want to hide more than panty snatching, true. Sounds like Waki was at the scene of the crime after all. How I wish it weren't so. Fine, ignore my evidence, see if I care. Wonder what he's thinking. On second thought, let's not go there. That's it! The mystery! The unanswerable riddle! Actually, they're just a normal pair of panties. What? How is this possible? It just takes practice, that's all. Then you must teach me, you must! To think, if I could produce a pencil, an eraser, a textbook, and a lunch, all from a pair of panties, my life would be complete! He's serious, isn't he? I do wonder how she does the trick. For sure. Then again, how does she hide Mr. Hat in her clothes at all times? Okay. He's got nothing. Noodle man. Noodle man, I got some noodles for you. Hey, it's Mr. Eldoon. Oh, Mr. Eldoon. Huh. What's wrong? So you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. Excuse me. But now it's a crime scene. They won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I got no other place to go. I see. How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy doll. Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell you. Bah! Can't even cook an honest noodle. He? Even in death? You mean the victim, Dr. Maractus? Tell ya. It's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Remind me to never eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. That stand, for generations it's served up to the very best noodles that Eldoons can make. Tradition of noodles and salty broth. More than a stand, it's a history, I tell ya. Watch what you say or it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Eldoon. A single stand, passed down from generation to generation. Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it. That's right, you said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it? Good memory, Trucy doll. I was a go-getter back in my day. Till my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune. Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before you became a chef? Ah, let old noodles lie, that's what I say. Starting to get an idea of what he did anyway. He stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles. Now I don't even have that. Mr. Eldoon, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus Clinic? Couldn't help but sense enmity there. Enmity? I hate him! Hated. Him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud. Excuse me? He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, eh? I'll tell you the secret to his success. The mob. You mean the Kitaki family? They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business. So we started giving the Kitaki family a good deal. A deal? Every fifth operation for free. He stole the idea from my pops. One free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say. Did the doctor just decide to do that? What about the insurance companies? Oh, no doubt it's illegal, but it got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town. Leaving me here, in the dark. Up to my neck in soupy noodles. I think I figured out Mr. Eldoon's former occupation. Can't hurt to ask, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon, or should I say Dr. Eldoon. Figured it out, did ya? That's right, I was a doctor. A surgeon. Till the year before last. So Mr. Maractus was your rival? You like those onions they put in the soup broth? Yeah, kinda. You take a spoon, you drink some broth, those onions will find their way in there. People who like them, well, that's just fine. People who hate them, I hate onions. Hate them. Always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of the good-tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was. An onion. Onion boy, that's what I called him. So, you weren't exactly friends. Ha! Me and Pal Maractus. Ever since preschool, we were getting in each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. Then he'd do it better than me. Just blow right past me with so much as a howdy. I see. That's right. I was a surgeon long before he was, you know? Then that no-good onion boy comes along. Well, Trucy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect. Don't say that. Thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. No, it's fine. By the way of an apology, you ever get yourself into a spot of trouble, you drop on by. Huh? You're investigating Maractus, aren't you? Yes? Well, you want to know about a doctor? You ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. Welcome back, Karma. Welcome back from the dinner. You just think of me if you need something, Trucy doll. Right. Thanks, Mr. Eldoon. Guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. Mr. Eldune's house has seen better days, and I'm betting I've eaten better noodles. A flock of crows just flew over, and oh, that's so gross. Their aim was uncanny, almost as if they'd been practicing here a long time. Ugh. Okay, it's all the dialogue from the previous one. The only one thing that was different was the crow. The blue tarp Eldune used to cover his noodle stand. Robbed of its purpose, it blows in the wind, alone. You'd think he would have picked this up by now. Sorry, sonny boy. My interest is for my stand and precious little X. Get cracking on that case. Get me back my stand. I'm begging you. You mean this stand? That's right, sonny. When you're bringing my stand home. Ready. Can't you see I'm ready? I guess. That stand is back home. The case is not closed. You hear me? Think I'll avoid talking about his stand in the future. Thanks, Karma? Thanks for... Wait, they're thanking me for what? I don't know what you're talking about, Karma. It's one of my bowls. See the Mr. Salty mark? It's a mascot of Eldune's Noodles. Yeah, we've heard this already. Hey, look, you ever see a gun before? Okay, I think we got everything we can out of him. Probably nothing new in the garage, but... no clues here. The car belongs to someone at the Maractus Clinic, and it hit Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright sprained his ankle, and the car lost a side view mirror. It's Car versus Mr. Wright. Not quite the match of the century. This is where we found your panties, isn't it, Trucy? I can't thank you enough, Apollo. Well, thank you for saying thank you. Oh, and I'm always polite. It's part of being a performer. You know what Daddy says. Doesn't cost anything to be polite, and it could bring you more business. Typical. Just kidding. I really am grateful, though. Such a nice girl. But anyways, yeah, noodles are nice. Yeah, they are. Okay, we ain't getting nowhere here. June 16th, Kitaki Mansion. Yipes, she's back! Hey, you two, over here. Us? Yo, Little Plum, what's up? I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Trucy. I heard you retrieved my bloomers. Well, I was just... a man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you? Yes, sorry, I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly. I'll deal with you later. But enough about bloomers. What about my son, Waki? Waki? Well, he's... clearly... Yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. First, could you please take these? What about these? Hey, my bloomers! Thanks for that. I owe you one. I thought you might like them back, so... oh, no. Why don't you keep them as a souvenir? Oh, no, I couldn't really. Thanks for the offer, but... I could use those in my Magic Panties act. I'll pull shivs and pieces of I'll pull shivs and pieces and Godfathers out of them. Great, now your props are going from bland to dangerous. So this pistol belongs to the Kitaki family, is that correct? One of the pieces we keep around, yeah? That is, we used to keep them around. They're all gone now. Oh? Police came yesterday and took everything. Everything but my broom. Don't you think you should have given them that, too? You kidding? Can't clean up very well without a broom. Sorry, kid. I got no idea what you're talking about. Can you tell me if this knife belongs to Waki? Oh, that's his knife, all right. Brought it for him for his birthday. Well, that's a pretty hardcore present. Remember him falling asleep with it clutched in his arms. Oh, I know the feeling. I'll bet he was just as happy as I was with my plastic spaghetti. I knew they were going to bring that up. It sounded so too similar to not bring that up. Gold-tinted skeletons are very much more realistic than pure white skeletons because, like, skeletons aren't inherently pure white. And there will be golden tints. Yeah, but not pure gold. Karma, are you saying something about your bones? Should I be harvesting your skeleton from you? Mirror we found from the hit and run, huh? It's funny how it all ties together like this. You chase after a hit and run and you end up Waki's attorney. Of course you'll find the real killer soon, won't you? He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. Going to be a gangster, dude. Life does have an appeal for that age, particularly for boys. What? Don't look at me like that. He was shot in a turf war about half a year ago. Yes, we heard the story from Waki. But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. What? He acts like he's odd, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know. I'm his mom. Words do have a certain weight to them. Hopefully when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out the differences. The boss? You mean Waki's father? They didn't seem to be on the best of terms, did they? It's true. One of our pistols is missing. So the murder weapon was from this mansion. Kind of figured, given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days. None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Waki could have taken it. I see. I'm sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change. Doesn't seem too concerned, at least. Yeah, Waki's fiancée. Getting married next month, correct? I suppose. She's been staying over lately. You don't look too happy about that, little plum. How'd you guess? Even I could tell that. Could you tell us more about her? Waki brought her home one day. Says he wants to tie the knot. You can see why. She's so pretty. Oh, she's pretty enough, but, you know. Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in this business too long, and you start to only see darkness in people. Got a nose for it. A nose for people, a nose for trouble. I wonder what the problem is. It's like a gangster's only version of female intuition. Boss may act tough, but the boy means the world to him. But Waki seems, well, it seems like he's against his father's position. Ah, it's to be expected. We're a bit of in a transitional period right now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more in the up and up. Waki isn't too enthusiastic about the change, it's true. But why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. I see. Something must be up. You'll see things the way boss sees them someday. Hey, Celine. Just learned that James C.A. has the same birthday as you. That's interesting. I already presented everything we could present here, right? It's time to, re-examine. Impressive gate befitting the Kitaki mansion. Look at the nameplate, Kitaki. That's so cool. Short and blunt, like any good gangster. Well, let's change our name. How about Wah? Maybe that's too short and blunt. What do you think? No comment. Several colors of paint? Several colors of paint have been splashed across the gate. Most of it's pretty much dry, too. This is going to be one heck of a cleanup job. Colorful dragon turns its baleful gaze in my direction, as if to say, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Don't worry, Mr. Dragon. Me and Hope haven't been on speaking terms for a while. Why is Apollo so negative about this shit? Wow. Apparently, this park was a gift of the Kitaki family. Friendly People Park, brought to you by organized crime. Very naughty part of me is attempting to write "We kill" on the left side of the sign. Park crime scene is off limits to the public. Police officer on guard by the gate is yawning, though. Also, he noticed me staring and snapped his mouth shut. Too late, Mr. Officer, I saw you. This trash can. This is where we found the mirror. Come to think of it, wasn't there something else in here? Something near the bottom. Look at the paint on these. That means these must have ended up here after Mr. Wright's accident. Maybe they're connected? Let's pick them up. Slippers added to the court record. Was found in front of Kitaki Mansion. Patients... These are patients at the Maractus Clinic. Blah, blah, blah. Looks like that old lady's at it again today. Look, I told you yesterday, the park is off limits. And I told you yesterday, this is how I go home. Okay, you want me to go around? How about giving me $5 like yesterday? Con artist strikes again. I think that's probably their basket there on the table, too. It's got a leak and some kind of, like, tonic in it. Maybe it's tonic water. A large trash can sits by the entrance to the park. What, you aren't going to dig through it? No. What? I'm serious. I have no intention of looking through this trash can again. Oh, please, don't hold back on my account. I think that whatever you think about me and trash cans is wrong. Alright. Okay, we're done here. People are people. Park. So why should it be that they get along so awfully? Poor Mr. Eldoon. His stand's been standing here since this holding started. Did I mention it's a stand? It's an enemy stand. Looks at home here in the park now. I think it should be made into a playhouse for children. I think its owner would disagree. People Park. PP for short. I want to go to PP. Okay, Carmen. I'll give you that one. That one's actually good. A mannequin put in place of the body. I think I've seen him by the police station. He got that like overbite. Oh, chap, how you doing? Way he's forced to look at the ground now, day in and day out. It's kind of sad. Shouldn't have been a cop. Blue plastic tarps cover the ground around the stand. They were apparently put here to preserve the crime scene. A knife is sticking straight into the ground. Remember what Wesley Stickler said in the trial today? Walkie was very likely pointing this at the victim. He wanted to kill him. Yeah, that's the problem. Trash can sticks next to the part here. Blah, blah, blah. And I guess now we know it was Mr. Stickler who had Little Plum's bloomers here, huh? That's right, Trucy. And what a web of lies grew from that one little act. Can still remember that moment. You brandished those bloomers on high and shouted, "Objection!" Here's what I want you to do, Trucy. Take that memory, gently lock it away deep in your heart, and never speak of it ever again. Benches line the river running to the park. A little urban oasis. We already... It's all been done before. Udon is a drink? No, udon's a type of noodle. What is it, Apollo? Oh, magic trick. Yeah, no, we've heard it all already. I don't think there's anything worth presenting here. I think I have to find the next area. Everything that Panty Snatcher said was true. It doesn't put Waki in a very good position, does it? He was at the scene of the crime, that's pretty clear. There's gotta be a different angle on this. Well, let's get investigating. No time like the present. So, any leads? One moment. Shazam! I like Shazam! spelled differently. Whoa, evidence keeps flying out of nowhere. Ta-da, that's all. Neat, huh? Yeah, real neat. Ugh. It's either the clinic or detention at this point. Gotta be detention. Great. Are we going to see Waki, the Slush Kitaki? Yes, we are. I was hoping to meet with my client. Waki Kitaki's just finished questioning. I'll bring him out. Great, finally. Yo, sup, my little imposter? What did you just call me? Dazam, it's you? Sorry, G, thought you were Alita. Little imposter sure is a strange nickname. It's a Clink thing, you wouldn't understand. Did I say imposter? I meant poster. Like poster girl, If you're going to drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her girl? Because she's so much more than that, G. She's like an angel, a fallen angel. Imposter! That's right, you thought I was going to do the other Among Us clip. Nope. Subverted expectations and Taco Bell'd you. So what can I do for you? You don't look so chipper today, Waki. Worried about your, heart condition, maybe? Man, I ain't trying to hear that. A man fights to protect what's valuable to him, you know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. Hey, you go get Alita for me. You're my lawyer, aren't you? Lawyer, not gopher. So I hear you to be married next month? Straight up, we poured the nuptial 40 out on the stoop. Alita, oh Snapple Cakes, she's so fine. Fine. I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way. I was wondering, how did you two meet? Ask Tiala, but she was very vague. Huh? Well, man, if she wouldn't tell you, I'd best hold my tongue, you feel me? What? Man, what's past is past, she knows that. When I'm with Alita, I feel like there's things worth protecting out there, you feel me? And my Alita, she's down with that all the way. Well, it's like a southern twang I'm giving him wasn't there before. So both of them are mum about their past. Do you think you could tell us what happened between you and Palparactus? There's something you should know. We Kitakis are having what you might call a feud with the Rivales family. So about 6 months back, I go into rival's turf, packing a knife, right? And you were shot? Coldest thing I ever seen. One shot to the heart, but my homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kitaki family, you know that? So you were taken to the Maractus clinic then. You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know? Hate to have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kitaki's scary enough when he's not angry. But the bullet that hit you, it was never removed? And it's still threatening his life. That doctor, he did it on purpose. Rival's family paid him off, I'm sure of it. Like Waki, reminds me of a certain dumbass simp. Or a certain detective game about a high boss. He's not that perverted. Need to hear more about the night of the murder, that much is clear. Life in the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not with my G things. I'm not even sure what a G thing is. But my old man, he's gone soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money. Isn't that a good thing? Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Better live fast and die young. For shizzle. Wait till I run the yard, then everyone will know what time it is. That's right, OG time and all the time. Represent. Paulo, why does he keep talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. Normally those guards, they used to have like different things to say depending on who's, here. Yeah, whatever. Seems preoccupied. I'm not sure he even looked at my evidence. Alita, man. Alita. Show him the knife and the weapon, at least. About these weapons, the pistol and the knife. They belong to the family. I stuck them out that night. So the killer Mr. Stickler says he saw that night was... I guess it was me. I was there, after all. Yeah, we're finished. Yo, Waki! Do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night? You beat around the bush, don't you? You don't beat around the bush, don't you? I like your style, shorty. Night of the crime. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. Eh? The day of that checkup, when I found out about the bullet in my heart, I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you? Oh, that? Yeah, well, never can be too careful, I say. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? When I run into him in the park, and he's dragging this noodle stand behind him. Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? You value your life, you'll bring the stand. Shorty, you're more whack than I am, and that's saying something. But I was serious. The thing is, I don't remember what all happened next all too well. You don't remember? But the way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night, and I guess it probably was me who did him in. You know what I'm saying? Great. So there's nothing else there. Ah! Oh, fuck. What am I... I'm missing something here. Front entrance to the Miraculous Clinic. Oh, yeah. Wait, my hairdo's a little flat. There. Perfect. Police car's parked in front of the Miraculous Clinic. It's empty. Police must be inside investigating. I mean, the implication was that I had to ask him something about that involves doctors, or doctoring. Being a doctor. Can't present to him anything related to Alita. I didn't present the knife, but I did present the gun, and we brought them both up. Yeah, pistol and the knife. It's the exact same dialogue. That unlocked something. That unlocked the night of the crime, but that in of itself didn't unlock anything either. That was an accident. I don't think check the slippers? Oh, right. I didn't actually look at the slippers. I meant to, and I forgot. Bottom is covered with paint. Huh? What's this weird shape here? It looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped in some yellow paint. So the outline was left when the leaf was removed. I got paint on my hand. Apollo? So you just try to wipe your hand on my cape? Oh, wait. Wait, can we look at that in there? Your Honor. We got him. Also, I was with this music had a bit of has a bit of Cutman in it. Yeah, I could kind of hear that. I wonder, could this be a print? How would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print? Good call, Apollo. And we could analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of information. Yep, feet pick for real, for real. Just like in the first case with the Phoenix. I will say this does kind of suck doing this with a controller. It's way easier on a touchscreen. Quicker. Hey, it worked! Looks like a big toe, maybe? Oh, I feel like I solved this case already. I feel like the case is solved already. Who's next? We have to match the print, right? Alright, let's match it. Wait. Detectives didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Oh, good point. Maybe we should ask her? Get some expert advice? I guess so. Not sure she really qualifies as an expert, though. So we have a toe print now. Not sure what good it's going to do without a list of toe prints to check it on. Maybe your detective friend can help us. Oh, man. I would have completely forgotten about that. Alright, back to the crime scene. Or not. Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure. Yeah, but what about the guard? No harm in asking. Excuse me. Hey, it's you two from yesterday. It's the same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday. Your business is over in the park, right? This clinic's off limits. It's not involved. But what part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park, or beat it. No harm in asking. No gain either. No point in sticking around here, I guess. Wait, but now I can't go over there. Also, no proof? The fucking guy that owns the clinic was shot to death in the park. What do you mean there's no damn connection? the hell are you smoking, officer? June 16th, Kataki Mansion. Look at the crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. But why are those girls screaming? I think I just heard one say, "Oh my god, it's him!" Wait, that motorcycle. Ah, if it isn't hair forehead. Prosecutor Gavin. Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck. Oh my god, he's so cool! Thus the screams. New album just came out, you know? Try waving to them. They love it. Oh, he's so cute! They're gay. They're so excited it doesn't matter who waves to them, see? This is surreal. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? I'm gonna squeeze it? Motorcycle won't start. Clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. Looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that could break just from that. Ah, it's my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. How come the eyelashes are always in front of the hair? That's just the style, as it was, for big gruffy men than pretty boys. I think I know your type, Karma. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. Machines. Tell me you share my angst there, forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. In any event, I'm off to the shop to get it fixed. Detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of me, in any case. Anime thing, yeah. Detective, you mean the one in the lab coat? Ja, she's in a foul mood, too. Be gentle. Auf Wiedersehen, baby. Oh my god, there he goes! The forecast for the park today, gloomy skies. Ha! Oh, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park, Apollo. Huh? Does something about this scene look different to you? Oh, the tarps are gone. The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it? Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there. White frock detective from yesterday. Seems to be apologizing reverently to the trash can. She's under a lot of stress. The investigation's probably not going so well. Hey, you there! If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please. Oh, Detective Sky, hello. You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable. Miserable! Just got a new kit and I can't get the stuff to work. Everyone's all smiles for that glimmerous fop. Glimmerous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin? More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous? When he walks, his shiny chains catch the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's so distracting. Speaking of distracting... Guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. Sounds like he's trying to out some sort of new forensic... Looks like he's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details. Well... He helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me. Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident? I can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe. But you're a detective now. Well, I failed the test. But you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. Always thought that too. My heart is full of science. That's why I brought this kit in the mail order. And I'm going to test it here before the forensics team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? I won't lie, I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way. Glamorous, right. A prosecutor should be cool of wit and furrowed of brow. She's talking about our boy. She's talking about Phoenix's boyfriend. I'm gonna pull my chair up. Less glamorous and more simmerous, you know? No, actually, I don't. Well, that and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge. What? Really? He was the one? You mean you didn't know? Thought you were one of his boys. I'm neither a boy nor one of his. But let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? Never actually heard the details. Then investigate. It's better you learned it for yourself anyway. New kit. Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that? Oh, you want to know? Do you? Oh, I splurged on a new toy. You splurged? You mean it wasn't police issue? What is it? I see a roller and glue. Plaster. This is a footprint analysis kit. Footprint? It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that their footprints were left. What, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right. Ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance? So with that kit... aha! So with that kit... Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Huh? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of in opposing teams and all. Oh, pshaw, you're friends. And to tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Oh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Mache was spelled wrong there. Footprint analysis, huh? Well, should I give it a go? Try it. Okay, I'll give it a go. That's the spirit. Right, allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, the shoe print we wanted to analyze. Taking the liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park. Well, which shoe print should we start with? I'm going to verify the defendant's account. That's the place to start. Shoe prints. Prepare to be examined. Oh yeah, this is like goop that we... like cement goop that we pour in there. Or plaster, rather. Oh, this is so exciting! We pour the white liquid into the hole. Right, here goes. First, pour the plaster onto the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just press A wherever you want to pour the plaster. Sorry, press A wherever you want to pour the plaster. Latex and plaster stuff, let's go. Like this. Oh, it makes the gulp noise! From the original trilogy. It makes Godot's gulp noise. You run out of plaster in your beaker before you're done. You have to start over. Not bad. You're handier with that than you look. What's that supposed to mean? On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Just press A to blast it with that dryer. There. Give it a shot. It moves back in place every time you let go of the stick. But if it's active, it won't move. Okay. Looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink the shoe print part. Hold onto that roller tight now with A and roll it up and down. Keep going till you get a good enough ink there for a good print. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Foot. Hey, Robot Bunny. Let's see if we get a match. Like his sandals show up weird. How did we get these prints? Oh, Emma's wearing heels. Okay, that's interesting. I like that Gavin's shoes have the fucking Gaviners logo on. But that's the band name, by the way. I don't think they've said that so far. But it actually has his band's logo on his shoes. It's amazing. Foot on the loop, yeah. Leslie Stickler, Plum Kataki. She's wearing slippers. Walkie. Clearly a match. Comparing. Comparison complete. Match found. Yeah, branding's branding, even no one ever sees it, except for the people he steps on. So the shoe prints belong to Waki Kitaki, after all. He was in the park on the night of the crime. I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Nothing feels better. She's definitely way more into this than I am. So let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here solving the case with science. Well, that certainly brightened her mood. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another go? Right on. Leave no print unanalyzed, as I say. And her science kink, yeah. Now pick which print you want analyzed. And this is obviously going to be Stinkler over here. Okay, looking good. Next to dry the plaster. Okay, let's take out the mold. Yes, that's a good one. Next to the ink. Right, now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Let's see if we get a match. It's probably Stickler's, right? Yeah. Why does he have, like, did he step on a nail? What is that? So these shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. This confirms his testimony, the final version of it at least. Now we know where the panty snatcher was standing. Sky, mind if we give it one more shot? I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonder that is forensic science. It's definitely what a nail looks like that's stuck in, yeah. It's gonna be the slipper. It has to be. It's okay if the plaster goes over the edge, since we're examining the bottom anyway. Like, look, they just straight up left it there. It's the leaf! Huh, that's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It's strange, so smooth, except for the part with the leaf. I could say without even looking that this print doesn't match any print on a list. A mystery print. Ah, that's slippers. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need to do is sample another toe print, the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Right, so if the prints matched, you know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? No such luck. No, I can't think of anything I might have with a toe print on it. Oh well, too much to hope for, I suppose. Let me know if you find something. A toe print sample. Haven't been here. Is this case actually about a pervert thief and not about murder for once? No. There was a panty snatcher in the first part, but there was a murder as well. However, the panty snatcher's testimony essentially proved that something's off here. He stole an old woman's bloomers and also a giant pair of panties that the magician girl uses every time. Yep, no, every single time. There's never not a murder. The tarps that were here yesterday are gone. Wonder why Detective Sky put them out. Yeah, the only thing they were covering is the ground. Oh, you know, I think I see something there. A print. A print. Oh, that was all that was there. Well, now that we know that the Maractus shoe was used here, we could probably get into the clinic. except where do we go from here? Oh wait, I never finished talking to Emma, did I? There was still something she had to say, wasn't there? Now that I finished all the prints. Yep, mystery print. This is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. It's a shoe print of some kind, though, that's certain. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to Eldoon's noodle stand. It does make one wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind? Something that might have left this mystery shoe print? This mystery shoe print does remind me of something. Pretty sure I've seen something I would like to believe a print like that. Oh, I never actually followed up here. I only showed that there was prints inside the shoe. Not that the bottom looked like that. Oh, I think these slippers, actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? But look at the bottom, see? It's covered with paint, except for... See right here? Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. What if the leaf was stuck at the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in the paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. The Maractus Clinic. Exactly, the victim's clinic. Wait, that means that someone from the clinic was involved? Why is she just standing there eating? Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access into the Maractus Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected. Maractus. God, Karma, no. That's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you, yes. Eh? Really? Well, you did help me with my work here for these shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to police officer on duty. Allow clinic access to this magician and attorney in Prosecutor Gavin's name. The magician. Let the magician go in. Right, Maractus Clinic. Here comes justice. The Blue Badger, official. Something police. Emma Sky with a heart. She put a little heart by her name. How cute. Isn't she a little old for cute? Apollo, shame on you. Cute is eternal. Cute is timeless. No matter how old a woman gets, she always carries a little innocent maiden inside her. Really now, I suppose. Never heard it put quite that way before. When I sign my name, I always put in a little diamond. Trucy, Diamond Wright. See? Cute, don't you think? It's a little confusing. Won't people think your middle name is Diamond? You could write your name as Apollo equals Justice. I do like justice, but that's taking it a bit far. Sorry, I don't think I could help you with that. Let's boogie. Ah, you two again. When, oh when will you learn? Look at me however you want, you're not getting in today. Wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look what we have here. What's this? Detective Sky? Yesterday it was Prosecutor Gavin, today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two, really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders, I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Finally. Healthcare. June 16th, Maractus Clinic, reception. Huh, kind of an at-home place, isn't it? Pure Maiden Mask Star de Mask, yeah. This place is a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. Healthcare, bottom text. Yeah. Exactly. Police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day. Might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. I mean, I see plenty of clues lying right here. Look at all these bowls. They're all from Eldoon's noodles. There's Mr. Salty. Then I think we figured something out. I think we have. Mr. Eldoon must do takeout. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue, Trucy. Trucy? Look, this door says doctor's office. Think this is the victim's private office? It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks? Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Ah, Apollo! That sound came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. A break-in. They left through that window. Wait, Apollo, you're too late to catch them now. Must be her experience as a panty snatcher chaser talking. Oh, we should tell the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related right now. Now, let's go back one room here first. Clinic reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. Playing the door reads doctor's office. That was pretty intense, wasn't it? If we got in there 1 second earlier, we might have met the burglar. But Apollo, what would we have said if we did see them? Can't exactly shout out, "Hey, who are you?" Does lack a certain punch. Let's think of something cool to say for the next time we do meet a burglar. Trucy, yeah. Look, a shoe. Single pair of sandals here. Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Or maybe it was a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus. I think they'd use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient isn't a patient or visitor still here, why would they leave without their shoes? Better take a closer look at these just in case. Cute women's sandals found in the Maractus Clinic foyer. Nothing on the bottom. We do have something over here. Hey, Apollo, you think this is... Huh. Could be a toe print. We could get a print off this. Let's try it out. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? But wait, I mean, it's great that we got the print. But is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. There is. Detective Sky didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print. Seems like a good time to ask a detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. Alright. Well, we know how that's going to end up, so... This must be the slippers for the patients at the clinic. Same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair here is missing from the rack, too. And ours have paint on the bottoms, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Right. Paint's from the hit and run, after all. But what are a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? There's a piranha in there. Miss Jane Doe. I mean Dahlia Honkthorn. I mean evil bitch. Okay, I think we sucked out all we can from this room. Books and paper scattered across the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. Burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk is lying on the side. Huh? The juice that spilled out of this cup. It's dry. So the messy one wasn't our burglar just now. Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9. Wait, do you think burglar was just trying to open it? I wonder what's inside the safe. Is there any way we could figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record. Something that could help us figure out the last 2 numbers. I wonder. No such luck. Be a bit too lucky, don't you think? Well, I suppose. Only there was something that could finger which buttons had been pressed. Something that could finger which buttons had been pressed, huh? I'll just spell it out for us. Maybe there is a way after all. I knew what to do there. I'm gonna examine everything else first. Potted plants seen better days. That doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Normally burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So why look under a potted plant? Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe? Heard people putting their house keys under plants, but the key to a safe. Then maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys. This is getting nowhere fast. Whoa, what are those? The wall's covered in beakers. Ah, something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. Hey, look yourself. You can't... Oh. It's a goldfish. Wow, they're all fish. So many kinds. Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. Kind of an expensive-looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. Why is it standing up on the floor like that, then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh, there's a red splotch on part of the cord. I think that's blood? It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. A lump has been added to the cord record. Bulb is broken, it won't turn on. Oh, how's it broken? Don't touch that, you'll cut yourself. Ah! Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. My finger! Ah, you're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait. Magic blood. Gotcha. Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my coworkers injuring themselves on the evidence. IRL detective reasoning. Based on the worn-out numbers, I could guess most people set their card pins are usually likely years, around the 1900s. Yeah, I'd suppose so. Not the case here, though. 7-9 isn't a year. The cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I don't know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? I used to write my name on my magic ropes. Anything behind me? No, just the window. The window was ajar. That must be how our burglar escaped. Wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here? Yeah, there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. Give it a month myself. Whoever broke in obviously needed to break in today. Well, I have an idea. I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all I have to know is what buttons have been pressed. You can use this to find out what the next two numbers are.
Take that!
When you press the buttons, you'd have to touch them. With your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we could find the button with the fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Yeah, but if someone thought of just pressing all the buttons when they first got it, there'd still be prints on them. Not bad, Apollo. Also, if it was only 7 and 9... Well, I guess that'll make it way too easy to figure out, then. They do the whole screen, just in case there's some mystery fingerprint somewhere else here. Apollo, how are you applying that vertically? $7952 or 7925? Look, you can see the oily finger residues clearly. Look, at 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. It opened. This looks like a bullet hole. And you can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out. Tip is all squished. Not surprising, given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. Found in the Maractus Clinic. Safe. Squished from the impact at the back of the safe. No clues here. No clues here. Why is there a Lucky Cat in here? This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. An x-ray. Can't make heads or tails of it. I can't read the chart either. It's all medical speak. But the names are easy to read enough. Look, by patient it says... Waki Kataki. So this is Waki, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be here in the safe? Let's see. The physician's signature says... Palmaractus. Eh. What is it, Apollo? Look here, it says who filed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alita Tiala. Alita Tialita is Waki's fiance. That's one Ida too many, Apollo. Never mind that. What's her name even doing in here? How should I know? Although I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic. I thought she neglected to mention this before now. Sure, she had her reasons. So Alita Tiala worked at the Maractus clinic, and she had access to Waki Kataki's medical chart. You got the I and the Y wrong, Apollo. Apollo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Also, that was a mental note. How did Trucy know? Well, I guess Trucy can read minds. Who could help us decipher this? ID 004649, examination record 27, patient's name Waki Kataki, physician Palmaractus, nurse Alita Tiala, age 19, sex male, height and weight not left, bullet lodged near heart, and then some scribbly do underneath it. Wow, it's all mushed. That was one tough safe. You know, it looks kind of yummy. Huh? Like ice cream. Caramel. I certainly have an active imagination, Trucy. I kind of want to go to Dairy Queen tomorrow. Alright, I think we're finally at the end of this examination day. I don't know if I can pull off the... we could do it. I've come this far. I'm going to get case 2 all done in one go. And then we'll the next 2 cases we'll split up. Just so I'm not behind, because if I get both case 2 done today, that's 2 streams made up for earlier this week. And then I'm just behind 1 Visions of Mana stream, pretty much. And then next week, we'll just hit it normally. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how'd you know? Can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next, you'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. It looks like a cupcake, to be honest. Yeah, actually, I thought the same thing. In the angle that they presented it. Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Trucy, wait. What? That's vital evidence there. You can't show her that. It's our secret weapon in tomorrow's trial, for sure. Oh, clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do it quietly. Detective Sky, I was wondering about this. Wait, no. Can't show that either. Say, could you take a look at this lamp? Bulb's broken. Right, strange, isn't it? Really? I break bulbs all the time. My desk is always a mess and my lamp is always falling over. Not too bright, huh? Ouch. Still think it's kind of odd. These sandals. It's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right, so if the prints match, you know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? I think I just might, actually. Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare the sample with the other print?
Take that!
This pair of slippers, toe print and all. Oh, the print on these is nice and clear, too. Makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course. Hang on. Bingo. Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found the prints. Perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I can't say. Not yet. Oh, that's one big step closer to the truth. Really can't ask her about that? Well, the prints on these slippers and these sandals match. What do they do? It means the same person was wearing them. No, I thought that's what it might mean. Science is amazing. It is, isn't it? Never felt so alive. I don't know about science, but this is a major lead. Looks angelic. Waki might have something. Yeah, of course. I think we all know who these belong to. Waki's gonna be like, oh, did Alita wear these? And he just sniffs. Well, the time of decision's upon us. Which one of us are two jailbirds do we want to talk to? Excuse me, both detainees are currently in question to corroborate their accounts. Mr. Stickler and Waki? Both of them? Pity the questioner. Guess we'll be back then. Wait, what? Where the fuck do we go then? Did we miss something in here? No. It's me if it's a set. No. A set, you bet. Wait. No, I got nothing. Mr. Wright, help! Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. Heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? Could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago, please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly don't waste any time getting to the point. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes, he was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. Took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know? Was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forged attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright? Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. It's refreshing to be so thoroughly ignored for a change. Guess he really couldn't help with any of this, huh? Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back, and Daddy's... Oh, you again. You always have to announce your entrances like that. Man, my old man, Man! Now I'm all in a funk, and it's all his fault. One can only assume that this father tried to teach him a lesson, and failed, clearly. He You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Bro. Girlfriend's feet. Blocky, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Tiala? Yeah, a birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with these funky vibes? Present from Waki, found in Miraculous Clinic foyer. Big toe print found on left sandal. Man, that is so far off the hook, it's off the chain, G. Seems preoccupied with something else. I don't know how my Lita's doing, man. I miss her. Hey, man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. What if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I've learned one thing today. It's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. Heard he wants to leave the mob? Or my dead body? Spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG, and he never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. Day I get out of the clink? That's the day Alita and I are going to start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please don't talk as though you've assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Huh? What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait. That's right, Rocky. Waki. It's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here, in particular. Where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh. You lawyers do your homework. So you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So? Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Waki and Alita. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. But they came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks. The Miraculous Clinic? That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow. So I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What'd she say? Come on, give it some thought. Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet, like on the down low. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. So that was the proposal. You know it, an oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done, and we were out of there. See you later, bye. About that op. Yeah, didn't go so well after that, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said. Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet at the checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Oh, that was Apollo saying that, whoops. Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Man, that is so far off the hook, it's off the chain, G. What am I supposed to do now? Our line of inquiry has run out. Someone, help, please. Someone, please. Save me, white girl, please. White girl, help me. Mr. Eldoon, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he's still a doctor still. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor's days were done for good. We're gone for good. Mr. Eldoon. Mr. Eldoon, could you take a look at this? Medical chart. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldoon? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy! You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates. Someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Aw, he's got real hair under there. And he looks like a typical, like, Japanese anime doctor, too. Underneath that. That's a neat touch. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way, it's like he's a completely different person. Well, according to this chart, this Wakikitaki fella's not doing so well. Got a bullet right up against the side of his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation's already finished. But you can still see that the bullet's stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about that, the only reason I could think of is that it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug, right there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. It's kind of a miracle, honestly. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with. You mean? Took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. Take more than a miracle to take it out. Take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. Haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, bullets on the move. Give him another half a year, tops. But Waki's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial, he should be on an operating table. Great, just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave the bullet in there? Got a pretty good idea of how he felt. Emergency operation. Got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet, that despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do was sew the boy back up. Wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. The Kitakis. You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Waki's back in the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened. It's just horrible. He left Waki to die? There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll. Waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, well, it doesn't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Waki, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So Waki... He's real lucky to even be alive right now. No! There's one problem. Apollo? This chart, look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala. That's right, this operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is, she knew. She knew about Waki's condition, guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? Or why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make sense. She knew her patient was in serious danger. I think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking, Apollo? What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? Whew. Keep it going. I know I sound tired, but I think I could pull this off. Get this one done. June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh, what time did you wake up? 3 a.m. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Oh, that's Mr. Wright. Whoops. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Alien hour, yep. 3:33 a.m. Going to the bathroom on the base. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope. Guess again. It's too bad, you know. Speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're already at it, Trucy. Don't worry. I have another person in mind. There's not going to be your mom. Edgeworth's going to be the mommy. Mommy Edgeworth. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tialia, your client's fiancée. She's going to be a witness? That seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll just pull one out of there. June 17th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kitaki. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party, guilty of panty snatching, we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, dear Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed. His fiancée, Herr Judge. His partner for life. No chance for parole. Very well, you may show the lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fräulein? Alita Tialia. My occupation? Future wife. Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Woman should be silent unless talking to. What was that, Judge? Nothing. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Too many prides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded, underwater. Oh my god. What kind of tradition... What country are you from where that's a tradition in? You're here today as a witness for the prosecution. To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty, another admirable trait. Fräulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant Waki Kitaki confessed his plans? His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Waki's plan was the day the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. So the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then? Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion. On charges of the possession of illegal firearms. The bullet that took the victim's life, was it? Fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has already been proven. She looks like she's got a shart. Kinda. Like that face that she makes is kind of like strained. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Or ballistic marks. Rifling marks. Think of them as being the gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I actually just didn't think he would do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. So is it easy to take a pistol from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Waki's a special case, being the next in line. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, Ja. Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I heard that he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. Point here being that Waki had access to a pistol. I already know what happened that night. What happened, meaning the murder. I tried to stop him, I really did. But Waki wouldn't listen. My defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. Last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. I just don't see how anyone other than Waki could have done it. How can you say that for certain? How? Extendo arm, go! In forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fräulein. It was the defendant, Waki, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, Ja. That does seem to be the case. Does the defendants have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? Based on your testimony, there was clearly one other person who had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. I mean, anyone in the Kataki family, but let's finger Plum. Not Plum. Let's finger Alita here, for the sake of pushing this forward. Well, of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Objection!
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that the lady stole this pistol from her fiancé. Extendo arm. And killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? Heard of people doing strange things for love, but this does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder. I hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. You might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light, Ja. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. Have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim.
Take that!
It looks like a medical chart found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala? Whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Yeah, she looks like she's about to shit her pants here. Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. There's the face. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at the clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't. Now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right? That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all, no matter... There's no connection now. It doesn't fly in a court of law. doesn't fly. She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Kitakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic.
Take that!
These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Ah, well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. What's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. Simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted to help get Waki back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Waki and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day? The Maractus Clinic. I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. Doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard from the defendant, the botched operation. He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? That does make sense. Yes, but there's still one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. Can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, ja? Then why does she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn these sandals home, too. So why were the sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation, Jaw Forehead. Oh, what the? No fair! He's filling the holes in her testimony. Defense may begin the cross-examination.
Hold it!
Around what time did you go to the clinic? I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I know that. And that was the first time you'd contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year? Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with. So why'd you go to the clinic that day?
Hold it!
Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that I was the only one. That was the only other way to avoid the problem. Couldn't you have called? Why go in person? I called several times that evening, but no one was in. Victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by the mirror yesterday, Ja. Thought if I warned him, he'd run away for sure. Knowing the doctor.
Hold it!
You mean the act of malpractice on Waki, right? No, the act of palmaractus on Waki. If he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened. True, that operation was the start of this whole affair. Oh, of course, if he'd told them, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier. Disturbing thought. You know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have called the police, even if he wanted to. That's why I knew I had to warn him. Well, that's what I've got. I'm not hiding any dark secrets. No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. She's hiding something, I know it. Must have some evidence that proves it, too. You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. hiding any dark secrets.
Hold it!
Then you'd be betraying Waki, wouldn't you? No, I did it for him. For us! She went to warn him so that her fiancé wouldn't have to commit such a crime, Ja. I didn't want them to take my Waki away. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. You know why she went, Apollo? Trying to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast.
Objection!
Okay, it was the chart. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes? Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have this leisure of making mistakes here. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad air, Doctor. This is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation the whole time. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know it was only a nurse. Doctor's responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet just tighten just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday, like you said. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Eh? What's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. We don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then what do we do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo. With your eyes and your senses. And it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Why would I go to that clinic now for a half-year-old chart? This might not be it.
Hold it!
But your signature was on that chart. So, what does that have to do with this case? If there was something in that chart to make me look bad, I would have dealt with it. Only one responsible for that chart is the presiding doctor, Dr. Maractus. She's hiding something. I can smell it. I bet she's got a habit that gives it away. Just have to focus on a nervous habit. Maybe it's time to give my bracelet a rub. No way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? This doesn't sound like the right area. feel like it has to be this one. This got added after I presented. Oh, there it is. I had a feeling it was the ring, but, like, I didn't see it moving before.
Gotcha!
Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you say? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. Chart wasn't a part of your past. It's a clear present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. Checkup, obviously. Yeah.
Take that!
A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Kitakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself, because you were afraid. You knew that Waki's chest x-ray would reveal... Well, Waki's chest x-ray would reveal... A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. Ah! That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic, but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Kitakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Let's see if I have any more green tea here. Give me 1 second. I don't think I do. No, it's empty. Alright. We got more delivered today, so I have to go and add it to the mini fridge when I can. Order! Order! I did it! I broke her testimony! Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait. Miss Tiala? It's true that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us, that is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony, and we'll have a bit more cross-examination. Ugh, we're so close. Isn't she the fiancée of Waki? Yep. You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left.
Objection!
No, that wasn't it. Put the gun on that one. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Justice, please think the facts over before making accusations. Don't think that won me any points to the judge. That's the first mistake I made the entire case.
Hold it!
How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning? Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who would be scared to learn a Kitaki was after them? Who wouldn't? Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in this courtroom. Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which I carried you back to your chambers, sir. Sounds like the judge had quite a fright. Nothing happened in the Maractus' office that day, huh? What about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo. I know. We can't prove when it happened, nor that Alita Tialia was involved in any way. Well, let's try putting up some evidence anyway. No way she went to the clinic just to warn him. I guess the bullet in the safe is the only other option. Damn it! Fucking Christ. Okay, there. We can't push the shoe stuff right now.
Objection!
Okay, it was the bullet. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? Looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually. Kind of like Karma. This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic's office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe. Guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there's a problem. How could you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? No? That was Apollo that did that. Pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that... well, why is Apollo talking like Clavier? Pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office the day of the murder. Discharged. Not bad there, Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, it seems as though the bullet in this safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position? Missionary, sir. The bullet in that safe proves one fact. Pistol was fired in the office on that day. At that place. At that time. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. Safe which contained the top secret chart. Oh, excuse me, I had to mute myself there for a second. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in the position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. Order! 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 Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew Waki's Pataki. Helga Pataki from Hey Arnold. Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kataki's botched operation. Doggy styles. Good one, Karma. Bottom and proud, sir. That's me, sir. Detective Gumshoe, bottom and proud, sir. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as the bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Kitakis have been inserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a good deal of money. A fortune, if you will. I get it now. She's a gold digger. There you go. You got it. Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on his fortune? Objection. Oh no, that was Waki. Objection, G! You keep talking my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Huh? Me? Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too. There in that park. Waki, just cool down a second, please. You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll... Miss Tiala. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Waki, wake up and smell reality. Alita, baby? the signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. She's just Dahlia Hawthorne, essentially. Alita. Locky, one more word and I will smite you senseless. Hey, Merc. How you doing? Gum dick bottom shoe. You know what? That's a worthy follow-up clip, Karma. I will put that in featured after the stream is over. Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein. She needs a breath mint. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean, anyway. So the family fortune is what you're really after. That's right. I wanted the money. No way! That's whack! I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse. Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to this brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic. What? I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but... what are you talking about? Trucy, you had the most to lose if this chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken Waukie's. You think I'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is, it was me, I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Extendo arm. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly, the Fraulein wanted the chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh. See? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. Ah! He's right. Miss Tiala. Yes? It's clear that to this court you are not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime. The Maractus Clinic 2. If the Maractus Clinic's so good, why isn't there Maractus Clinic 2? The Maractus Clinic 2. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak with the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole the pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. You went back later? That chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it, so that's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the chart then, could you? What did she get out of Waki going to jail at this point? Well, she just saves her own ass. She knows she's cooked, so she's trying to save her own ass here. And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. Heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with cops all over the place. That was you? Thud. Apollo, that sound came from behind this door. Why am I reading this? This just happened. So you were the burglar. That was you two? Only had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? That's trespassing! And brazen at that! Oh, this is a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Making the little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Seen that before. Yes, I went to the clinic. Okay, why am I reading this? Wouldn't have been better for if Waki died after they got married? It would have, but the checkup fucked that over. That's why she panicked. Doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. Victim turned his head to look and was shot.
Objection!
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime. He was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. Mr. Stickler shouted from this location. The bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. That's not food, Trucy. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there could be only one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken. The panties guy was mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Then why don't you show us there, Forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. Again. If the witness panties guy was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? In what location did the killer shoot the victim? Wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It's up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Walkie-Talkie was standing at the killer mark, Wesley Stickler at the witness mark, and of course Palmeractus was at the victim mark. Let's see what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? At the killer mark, at the witness mark, someplace else. Susie's idea. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Trucy's idea, yeah. Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
Time to raise the roof and the stakes. Eh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? What if they were a bit more terrifying? Don't you dare. Don't you dare penalize me harder. Asshole. Like so. Double penalty. Your forehead wishes to take us in a new direction? Then you must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? He is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here. Inside the noodle truck.
Take that!
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Talia, I kept saying. That's how I used to say her name. That's not right. Right letters, but in the wrong order. I mean, if you look at this, the entry, the part where you get the noodles would have been right here. So she could have shot out at him while his head was turned. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley was standing next to this trash can when he saw two men. Air Judge has a penalty kink. He shouted just as he told us his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. It hit the victim in the right temple. Oh no. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, towards the noodle stand. Order, order, order! So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
Extendo arm. Let's think about this a little more, shall we? Say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Kool-Aid voice, man voice. Oh yeah! I think you'd notice if you're pulling someone along.
Objection!
Something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the noodle stand. We've not come this far to talk about possibilities. Stand to arm. Let's talk about our proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in the stand? Well, I've got it. I've got it right here. Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was in the noodle stand.
Take that!
The bowls. The Maractus Clinic. And they're covered in paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the scene of the crime. And a single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Ah! Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. Urgh. In other words, this is proof that you were inside that noodle stand. Ah!
Objection!
Stand to arm. Yet there's only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Objection!
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
But you still cannot say this is a footprint, Ja. Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb. Hey, Wolfsheet Gaming, how you doing? One more thing. Noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle-making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make some room in the stand, some things would have to be... Well, Mr. Justice, you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear the space in that stand.
Take that!
Bowl. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's Noodles noodle stand. Man, that's a lot of noodles. Observe the diagram. Consider the following. Doing good, got done with the Furcraft hangout. Nice. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. Large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldoon was very clear about these bowls. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic. I've been streaming for 6.5 hours. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop! Fuck you. It's the ghost of Pal Maractus. I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. This game did come out before Gen 5 did, so... Maractus as a Pokemon did not exist before this game did. I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than spoiled brats pickup lines. Ha! I'd like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness has both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus. More fairy tales. This whole trial's a fairy tale. And please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling the stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. Sounds like a Moogle? Yeah, kinda. Pokemon stealing a sound? Wow. Unheard of. Tiala's explanation. Now we reach the point at which the witness begins to say I reject your reality and substitute my own. And the fact of the matter is your walls are crumbling. Yeah. That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of that chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that brat got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. Kind of gives it away, but also the icon is active. So you know there's something to look for here. All I did was talk to him. She's touching her neck.
Gotcha!
Also, it's really funny that does the eyeball going up thing. Because in the DS version, that's like what would lead back to the witness screen on the top screen. It just does that to mimic that, even though there's only one screen. All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me proof. Pretty sure about this one. Think I'm getting the hang of this. Little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. And you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? I'm not on Twitch, I stream on Kick. That would really make her fucking evil. Joel, what is that? God of War Joel? Wigsaw, oh. Yeah, makes sense. It looks like God of War paint from a distance, but yeah, no, it's Joel with Jigsaw. Face paint. You have a habit of scratching the area around your neck. Sorry. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? Elisa's the type to stream on Kick. I just said that. What? What? So is Dahlia Hawthorne, yeah. Well, Dahlia was before streaming was a thing. Actually, no, that was 2019. I guess she'd still be around then, huh? Well, not 2019, it was like 2016. Streaming was still already a thing by then. You tamed a raccoon in your Minecraft mod named and you named it Twitch. Oh, that's cute. It's working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. Seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone's trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened.
Take that!
What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I could come with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer's simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf. Ah! What site does Franziska stream on, do you think? Picarto. She streams her art there. Actually, no, that's where Larry streams his art. And then he constantly tries to get Franziska to watch. Extended arm. Trials to determine what happened in that park. And we seem to have drifted off target again.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough before drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order... Miss Tialia, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf, now. No. No! I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Whew. That is some bruise. Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back, no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait, looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Maractus, and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. Urgh. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what kind of noises they want you to make when that happens. Order, order, order! Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic's seen its last I don't know how to do this. What's a toothpaste voice? Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you could save your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. You want in with a family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. And if I'm going down, I want some company. You! And what happened next? I thought it was hickeys? Karma. What kind of hickey is long and circular? Yeah, funny, and then they have a mental breakdown and admit the truth. Yep. Killing him then could have been seen as self-defense. True. He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then, he took that cord. Whew, man, that's nasty. Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. So, you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I snuck into that noodle stand? But how could I? Ah! Mouth. Monkey face. Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. Toothpaste boy. I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking about it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now? You bear some responsibilities for the events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court should owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala? Very well, this finishes the cross-examination of this.
Objection!
Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock. What? Those spikes in your forehead are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin, Pal Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right, there's more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Alita Tiala, half dead. Dr. Maractus pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? Might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Sick air guitar, yeah. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin? Me? Fräulein, I only wish to know the truth. That was a bad read. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report, from which we learned about the bullet still inside of him. So he took a pistol from the family stash with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine. Miss Tiala heard it from Waki, so she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled the Lita Tiala, perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well there, Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what happened next? As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand. What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? Wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged to that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? The stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy? Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Ah, wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. My corpse? Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd kill you. He killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Objection!
Let's think about it. Then let's think about it logically. Well, Gavin, that. Doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, he ran into the defendant, Waki Kitaki.
Objection!
Question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park's a dead end. Dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Objection!
Tell me, why would someone just go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. What? Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. To where exactly was the victim dragging the stand? The river.
Take that!
There, that's a river. Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. Perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river? He didn't have many other options for a line. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. Victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement, as we learned in the first trial, that's how it's pronounced. Denouement. Wesley Stickler, of panty-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant... denouement. Oh. Whatever, I got the silent T, it's fine. So, I shot him? You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you. Oh, Miss Tiala? Nice work. You mean I'm right? I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Paul's backed up everything he said with facts. You're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Where of what? Can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out Air Forehead's errors? Chair sinking. Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fräulein speaks of Herr Doctor's car. His car? That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage. In which sat a green sports car, was it? Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. Ah! And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal the stand. And our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright. It was that green sports car. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran just fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, Extend no arm. Car wouldn't have fit into the park anyway, and besides, the best way to make a disclosure was a low profile. Yeah, but it still doesn't make sense why he would not use the car. Like, it would have gotten him to the river quicker. He could have dumped the body off and left quicker. When will you get a more ergonomic chair? When I have $300 spare to spend on it. They're expensive fucking chairs, man. A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No! No! Order, order, order! Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Let's put a bunch of pillows on it. It's not the pillow... No, the chair just keeps sinking after a while. It's not uncomfortable. Wonder what my damage and breakdown animations would be. I don't know. I never really thought about it. Yes, I have. I've thought about it before. But why would I have a breakdown animation? Why would I wouldn't kill anyone, would I? As far as you know. Why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender, I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. Defense will explain what happened to us that night. Someone else stole the stand. He carried the body in the car. The car didn't run. We know he was at the stand. We know that the car didn't leave once it was inside the garage because the phone, Stickler's phone would have been damaged. So the car had to not have run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Ha! Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together and the explanation's simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you could show us some evidence? Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. It all comes back to the fucking panties. Found the exhaust pipe of the car.
Take that!
Let's see now. Panties again?! All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Another crime was committed on the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Maractus Clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. Very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. My throat is killing me here. I cannot read this. My, how interesting. While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, A panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car would not start. What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. Where am I? So dark. Can't see. Cramped. Pain. My throat's burning. Same, hon. Same. What's your problem? Yo, Doc, I know what you did. Walkie? You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No! He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. Cease this at once, you two! Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public payphone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. Threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. Eh? I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you. I believe we reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest right now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter here, forehead? Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. He doesn't even bother giving the whole spiel. Not guilty. Court is adjourned. Get the fuck out of here. June 17th, 4:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Great job, Apollo. You did it. Yeah, we did, somehow. Walkie's off the hook. If you need to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank. Hey, attorney man! You gotta pay for what you did in my Alita homes. Or to blame, I guess. You give me my Alita back. Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish. Enough, Walkie. Mr. Kitaki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw both of them out. Love his apron. Yep, his apron's amazing. If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending? Maybe we could help him out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you. Huh? I do? You put me on the spot. I don't remember which specific piece it is, but I'm gonna save just so I can... what's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? I think it's the checkup report.
Take that!
Think about it, Waki. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. Doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Waki. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Waki. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Those weren't his eyes, they were his eyebrows. They are his real eyes. Gentle-looking man. Please understand, Waki. Dad. Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for... Waki? Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. My... Waki? No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kitaki, I like them more without the puppy dog eyes. Fully cooly levels of eyebrows. I thought those were shades. They were meant to be like very darked out eyes. Like he's like a very villainous type, but no, they're actually just his eyebrows. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words. But I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think... Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest. The Kitaki lime pie. The Kitaki lime pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Oh, we make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going. Huh? Why not? She did just help me out. And there's still a few questions that needs answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. Anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right! We have to go someplace first. Huh? Where? I had to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon, of course. Ah, salty noodles, right. You gotta stand back already? Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh, what's special, alright. Please, anything but him. End. Whew! Turnabout corner rewarded. I did not think I'd be able to do that case in one day. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. Oh. My voice is absolutely shot. I've been streaming for almost 7 hours here. Amazing. That's pretty good. Longest stream is still 12 and a half, but for what it was, that was pretty good. Also, one more. One more Maractus. Like a little over half hour to spare. Yeah, I kind of wish I was done an hour ago, but it's fine. I got stuff I still have time to do stuff tonight. Tomorrow is going to be a very try to get shit done type day. Thank you for the follow, nice bisexual male. What a great name. Thank you. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be kind of a get shit done day for me. So I'm probably going to wake up and do that. I will try to be here for a stream. I'm going to do Visions of Mana tomorrow. Probably normal time, normal 3-hour stream. Hopefully not a lot of talking, because I'm going to probably resume the game again. And yeah, we'll pick this up next week. I'll hopefully be locked back into streaming like normally. We'll alternate between Visions of Mana and cases 3 and 4 of this game. And then we'll see what happens. We'll see if we have time before Legend ZA comes out. But in the meantime, I'm going to say, as always, If you want to watch more streams, check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. It looks like there's only one person streaming right now and they're sleeping, so we'll have to default to someone else. Vanilla Mana. Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, don't say that. Please, please be have a little more tact in chat, please. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and raid. Jesus. Salty Rat, are they streaming right now? Yeah, they are. I don't know who Spatty is. Never raided them before. Sure, why not? Let's raid Salty Rat. If I could copy their damn name correctly. Also, 1 second, let me delete that. Actually, wait one moment. Salty Rat for the salty noodles, yeah. Anyway. Stick around. Say hi to Salty Rat for me. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I'm sorry I didn't say that earlier. Thank you so much for the raids, for the views, for the follows, for the chats. I appreciate all of it. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. I will see you tomorrow with Visions of Mana. Much less of a marathon stream than this was. And, yeah, we'll pick up Ace Attorney next week, along with more Visions of Mana. Take care, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.
Bruh.